Wait for it. Wait for it. And we're live. Hey, all you crazy sci-fi and fantasy fans. It's time for your daily dose of shenanigans over here at the Blasters and Blades podcast. Just a couple of nerdy veterans, a Stabby chaos coordinator, and one chief shenanigator geeking out over our science fiction passions and fantastical fantasies. A place where magic is king, the sky is the limit, and space is the place. We are the podcast that puts the fun in dysfunction, especially on today's panel. So without further ado, we're going to let those guests introduce themselves to our listeners and viewers at home. Starting with you, Mr. Bill Wilder, 396. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. Sorry.
Well, that's good because I can pronounce it for you.
Thank you.
I am Bill McCushtin, and I didn't really think this far ahead.
It happens to the best of us. So you like long walks on short piers and romantic dinners and what else?
Absolutely. Always. With a bit of hand-holding because I like things to get a little spicy.
Okay. All right. So guns on the first date or the second date?
Well, on the first, I want to see how she handles the gun.
All right. And
that's important to know.
Is robbing the bank like the first month or the third date? Like where do you put the robbing the bank in there? We've got to have standards.
Honestly, third date, because if you know she can wait until the third date to rob the bank with you, you know she's a keeper.
That's true. All right, next we have Mr. Danny Medrano, otherwise known as Blue Baller. Brawler, not baller. Ooh, I totally butchered that one. But you can do Blue Baller too if you want to.
Is he married?
Yep.
Oh,
fuck it, we ball.
We're more than 30 seconds in. To hell with it.
Woo! I rolled over that one. Danny, introduce yourself. Save me from myself.
Okay. I'm Danny Medrano. I have no idea why I'm here other than I was kind of threatened. So there we go.
Look, all I did is say that those incriminating pictures might go on the internet if you didn't come on this podcast. I wouldn't exactly say that was a threat. I would say it was a trade.
Yeah, fair. I can't argue that.
All right. Next, we have Mr. J.R. Wise, the prettier J.R.
Oh, I don't know if I'm the prettier JR. I think it's just the filter I'm using. I'm a Marine
made
Corps
by Fram.
Huh?
So made by Fram.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
I'm a Marine Corps and Army veteran. I write military sci-fi that's kind of grim, dark, kind of funny.
Okay. So was the grass actually greener on the other side of infantry?
No, not at all.
No. So they lied to us. Okay.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good to know. Were the guns at least cooler?
No. They were actually worse because I left the Marine Corps right after they adopted the M27 and then went back to the M4 and then got out before they adopted this new rifle, which I'm not hearing great things about actually.
I always heard from my Marine friends that the Army had better toys, so I was wondering if it was like a step up for you when you switched over.
I got out of the Marine Corps at the one time they had a better rifle.
Wow. You must have like murdered the Pope's sister in a past life or something. How does that even happen?
I don't know, man.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll try to move this up into a positive note, and we'll let the one, the only Mr. Keith Hedger introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Keith Hedger. I write the Burning Bad Karma series, and I'm the chief editor on what's turning into the Tales of the E4 Mafia series, which hopefully here in the next few months we'll get Tales of the E4 Mafia 2 and Butter Bars, Large and Not So in Charge out the door.
Outstanding. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have the man who listens to the voices in his head, the one, the only Mr. Michael LaVoice.
I'm also LaVoice in your head. Hi, I'm sci-fi and fantasy author Michael LaVoice, a.k.a. LaVoice in your head, and I write sci-fi and fantasy. I have the Galaxy's Most Wanted series and most recently the Gladius League series. And right now, Peter Stanley of New Zealand and I are working hard on Sarcom Book 2, and he's prepping Book 3, and we're going to get that pushed out with Chris Kennedy Publishing, hopefully starting early next year.
Oh, freaking standing. All right, so now we've got our religion questions, holiday editions. There are wrong answers, and the audience will judge at home, but I won't because I have no standards. So if you could celebrate Christmas anywhere in the world, where are you going, Bill?
Anywhere in the world.
Yes.
That's actually a good question. And I don't want to be the lame guy that says I would like to stay home. I'm assuming this is a all expenses paid for trip.
Sure. Aim high. Be Air Force. Go for the sky.
So Germany?
The Isle of Slate. I want to go to the Makushtan clan's homeland. Let's celebrate
Excellent.
Christmas there.
Great, laddie. That's a grand idea.
All right, Danny, where are you going?
I'm going somewhere to get away from the snow. So going back to the desert, man.
I had enough desert to last a lifetime. I want the snow. Send me to a mountain, man. Give me the mountains. All right,
I will
JR.
trade you.
There we go. Where are you going?
You know what? Just drop me off in the mountains somewhere. I don't even really care where.
All right, so you can go beat up the flannel guy who keeps stealing all the city girlfriends in the Hallmark movies. You
Yeah,
could go
there we
like
go.
shake the trend.
Drop me off in the mountains and let me ruin Hallmark movies. That sounds like an amazing Christmas.
You know, that actually sounds like
Down
that could
for
be like a
that.
book series, How to Break a Hallmark Movie. I wonder if there's a way we could do that without getting Hallmark to sue us.
Or how to wreck a Hallmark movie.
I see what you
We
did.
start our own.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we start our own movie theater, our studio, and get started on this.
Why not?
We're going to have to talk to the lawyers first because Hallmark's got good ones. All right. They don't have money
Fair.
to spend on plots because they spend it all on lawyers.
They don't need a plot. They
Boys,
only have one.
They only have one. It's recycled
rumor
for
has
every
it they are
movie.
researching a second plot for next year.
I do
Nuh-uh.
not believe that.
All right, LaVoice, where are you going?
Oh, I have to get away from the winter, but I'm going to do it in style. So I'm going to Australia.
But everything in Australia wants to eat you.
Yeah, well, not where I'm going. I'm going to be in like a civilized part of Australia, not the outback. I'm not doing
Are there
that.
any parts of Australia?
Hanging out
Australia
with
that are
wallabies
civilized?
and spiders the size of your head.
Okay, all right. Keith, where are you going?
I want to wake up on a Caribbean or tropical island somewhere with a half-empty bottle of rum and go, wow, Christmas is going to be fun as I listen to more Jimmy Buffett.
I mean, at least you would, maybe quasi remember drinking the rum. That's always a good thing.
Valid.
All right. Because we're polytheistic here at the Blasters and Blades podcast, we're going to ask you, what Christmas song gets you in the mood for festivities every year? Keith.
Merry Christmas from the Family from James Earl Dean, I believe is his name. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
It's kind of a redneck Christmas song. So
Okay. There is actually a redneck Christmas song as well.
there's a few of them.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer comes to mind.
Yeah. Is that your favorite one?
Which-
LaVoice? Brings you
No,
fond memories?
it's not. It's a good one, but to my horror, my wife and I discovered the other night that there's actually an animated Christmas special based on that song.
Oh yeah,
And boy, is it
Yeah.
awful.
it's so bad.
It's so bad.
I know
No,
I've
the
seen it. I
song-
have no memories of it.
No,
I watched
no,
it
the
as a
song,
kid.
Yeah, the song that does it for me in the holidays has got to be "The Night Santa Went Crazy" by Weird Al Yankovic. It's just not Christmas until I hear that.
I got you. I'm tracking. JR.
How about the Christmas Truce by Sabaton?
Oh, that was mine.
Nice.
Yeah, 'cause
Nice.
you can get all festive and drink eggnog, or you can lift heavy weights to that.
True. I'm going to give you one a
Or
similar
both.
one to honor your Marines because I did spend some time with the Marines in November of 2004. So how about Bella Wood by Garth Brooks? Also about the Christmas truce, just from the Jarhead perspective.
Nope.
There you go. What about you, Danny?
I think just to keep it in the festive mood, it's got to be "Santa Hates Poor Kids" by Your Favorite Martian.
I have no idea what this is. I need to find this now.
It's old YouTube, man.
Okay. It just
All
sounds
right.
like a song that would end up on a Dr. Demento Christmas special, is all I'm saying.
Bill, what about you?
The restroom door said gentlemen.
Oh
Is there a
God, I know that one. I'm going to
Okay,
hell.
I did not know that was a song. Or I Ain't Getting Nothing for Christmas is an iconic one for all of us that aimed to misbehave. All right. Then we're going to keep this party moving because we want to admit nothing because you can prove nothing and statute of limitations are a thing. So to be a little bit more festive, to keep it light and airy, if you could have any job as an elf in the North Pole, what are you going to be assigned, Bill?
Honestly, knowing my luck, I'll probably just end up in the elf equivalent of my current trade, which is IT. So I'm probably going to be sitting... But on the other hand, I could just be sitting there making sure like Xboxes and PlayStations are actually, functioning, which will be pretty fun.
Have you tried turning it on and off again? All right. What about you, Danny?
All right. I think, I probably end up just shoveling reindeer crap. But I hear the guys that the elves that take care of the naughty list. Those guys have a fun time.
Yeah. Stuff in the coal. I get it. What about you, JR?
I would probably be content just making toys.
I thought you'd go for like the security detail, like that. What was that Christmas movie that had that? Oh, we watched it last year. Red One.
Red One. That was dope. That was awesome.
I've stood enough for one lifetime. I'll pass on security.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But they had all the cool gadgets. So, all right. What about you, LaVoice?
Man, I don't know. I would probably be assigned to like test toys, but I would like vanish for hours at a time just to play around with toys. So,
I can see that. Sham Shield for life, baby.
Basically, baby.
All right.
For life.
Does the Marine Corps have the equivalent of like the E4 Mafia, the Sham Shield, whatever?
It's called the Lance Corporal Underground.
Okay.
Yep. I've been a member of the Lance Corporal Underground and the E4 Mafia.
Okay. So, quick question for you. Because you're supposed to stand guard at Heaven's Gate when you die as a Marine, but now you've crossed over. Are you relieved, or are they going to still pull you back and make you run guard duty?
It's going to be digging latrines in the afterlife. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'll probably get some worse detail, like just for not doing well.
Digging latrines in the
I have actually burned fecal matter in Iraq, so it's not a great thing. I'm glad I will never have to do that again.
Don't bring that up, please.
Yeah.
That gives me PTSD.
That is a terrifying thought. I'm going to have nightmares now.
It was horrific. Keith?
Yeah. So I'm probably going to be stuck with a task of evaluate what horrible gift to send to the naughty kids. However, having been in having been in the E4 Mafia for an extended period of time, I'll figure out a way to sham out of that and just go hang out making Krampus cocoa.
Digging it. The funny thing is, at one point in time, the basic soldier skills handbook actually said a good soldier will sleep when and where they can because they don't know when they'll be able to rest again. And so many people in the E4 mindset used it to get out of work when they got found hiding, sleeping, that they took it out of later editions. Because when they would get caught sleeping in a closet somewhere, they'd pull out that page that everyone had bookmarks.
Yep.
All right. We are civilized human beings here at the Blasters and Blades podcast. We are no longer knuckle dragging troglodytes. So, coffee or tea, and what are you drinking this holiday season, Keith? I'm sure it's alcoholic because, Army.
Have you met me?
That's why I'm saying it's alcoholic.
So, typically it's going to be coffee, water, beer, and if I've got to go to a very large group gathering, there's probably coffee with something else in it.
That's valid. All right. What about you, LaVoice?
Well, you guys, it's no secret I quit drinking alcohol a couple years ago. So I just basically do black coffee for everything.
More for the rest of us. We appreciate your dedication.
My pleasure. Glad I could make that sacrifice.
Absolutely. JR, what do you drink? Probably something healthy.
No, not this time of year. Lots of eggnog with lots of bourbon in it, and hot chocolate with mint liqueur in it.
Oh,
nice
liqueur. Okay, I've got to try this. I'm down.
Yeah.
Danny.
All right. I mean, it's gonna be coffee, but until until they can make an eggnog flavored protein, I think I'm just gonna have to stick with my regular protein and put in my coffee.
Ooh. Okay, I've
All
done
right.
that.
Bill.
Hot chocolate. It's the season.
All
Get
right.
a nice warm cup of hot cocoa in the color-changing Batman mug. Just sip on that while I work.
I've been alternating between mochas and hot chocolate because reasons, but I have to limit myself because calories are a thing.
Yeah.
And I can't afford to go hog wild on the caloric intake. All right. So we're gonna pause for a moment while we shamelessly show for the man, so we can jump right in and talk about the movie that brought us here, so we don't have to interrupt. And I'm gonna play that beautiful bean footage.
Ho, ho! Oh, hell. Is that sleigh bells ringing in your ears or a few rounds from an M60? You wanted the jolly fat man to bring Yuletide joy, but the season has gifted you with a heartbreaker and a life taker. Badass Santa. Grab your eggnog and camouflage candy canes. Strap on your bulletproof holiday stockings and prepare for thrills and kills. From blood-stained rebellion at the North Pole to a Black Ops raid on a distant planet, these 18 action-packed tales will show you Saint Nick as you have never seen him before. It's all you'll want for Christmas.
Speaking of, dear listener, I do have some free audio codes for that on Spotify for that audiobook while supplies last. If you hear this and I still have codes, hit me up and I'll be sure to give you a copy of it, of the audiobook over there on Spotify. That is a fun one to put together. It started with a meme, became a thing, and now there's volume 2. I just wish we could afford Garrett Michael Brown's new rates because he made it big over there at Athon with that lit RPG stuff, and now he's out of my budget.
Yeah,
When
he's
do I have-
doing Larry Correa now.
Dude, it's killing it. I'm happy for him though. So, all right.
JR, when do you need storage for volume 2?
Volume 2 is already published, my friend.
Oh my God, how did I miss that?
Start working on next year's, bro.
Yeah. All right. So we're here, dear listener, to talk about Violent Night, which was directed by Tommy Wirkola. If I butcher it, oops. It had a budget of $20 million, earned a box office of $76.6 million, with a runtime of 112 minutes. It released in the United States on December 2nd, 2022. Was distributed by Universal Pictures. And then the ad copy we got at the time was, "You better watch out. From the producers of John Wick comes a holiday action comedy that redefines a naughty or nice. When a team of mercenaries crashes a wealthy family's Christmas Eve, Santa Claus, played by David Harbour, delivers more than presents. He unleashes a night of brutal, bloody justice. Get ready for a sleigh ride of mayhem," which I kind of think nailed it when it comes to the movie. What do you guys think of that ad copy? Did they nail it?
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Definitely.
All right, so let's dive into the movie. We're going to start with the trailer, and we're going to see if this trailer makes you want to watch the movie. And I'm going to play that real quick, and then we'll talk about it.
You ain't driving, are you?
I steer a little, but the ranger do most of the work.
This is my 4th year as a Santa. How about you?
I started the whole damn thing.
It's Christmas!
We decided that you could have one gift.
Early.
What is it?
That is a direct hotline to Santa Claus himself.
I can talk to Santa.
All right, revelers. Welcome to your worst Christmas ever. Let's go! You have $300 million in your personal vault. That's what I want for Christmas. I don't want any trouble, okay? Someone's gonna scooch up that chimney. Who is he? Because he's not your typical mall Santa.
Santa, are you there? Daddy said you were very busy tonight. My name's Trudy Lightstone. Are you gonna help us, Santa?
Yeah,
Santa?
You're on my nice list. Santa Claus is coming to town. Time for some season's beatings. Who the hell are you?
Boss, what if he really is the real?
There's no such thing as Santa. These bad men, they're all on my naughty list. Naughty. That's naughty!
And what do you do to the naughty ones?
I give them a lump of coal. Where is it? I gotta watch.
I believe in you, Santa.
Come on. Which one of you did that? Prancer? So unprofessional.
All right. With that trailer, if you hadn't already seen it and liked it, would it have made you want to watch it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes me want to watch it again.
That trailer did have a scene that didn't make the final cut because that was the pre-launch trailer. So that was released before the movie aired. So the scene where he says in the bar, I started it, that was not in the final cut. They cut that part out.
Right.
But everything else was in there. So
but I gotta watch. That was in it. That was great.
Yeah. And at first I was like, would a grenade do that to him? But then I'm like, well, you don't know what's on what other things are hidden. And it was cool to watch the guy go fireball, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah.
We all know that's not what grenades really do, but it was sure fun.
At the end of the day, we adhere to the rule of cool.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are all sold on that trailer.
Yeah, we were down with that.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, at this point, if I see a trailer for a movie and it says from the producers of Nobody, Bullet Train, John Wick, I'm like,
yeah, I'm in.
Stop! I'm already sold. I'll go see it. You don't even have to show me the trailer.
I will say, sometimes movies like this, the trailer has all the cool scenes, and you're disappointed when you watch the movie. That was not the case here.
No, it wasn't. That left out so much.
And I feel bad. Sometimes, like, dude's getting his head bashed in, and I'm laughing because the juxtaposition of like the music and the one-liners and the violence were just so perfectly timed that I'm like, I feel bad that I'm laughing right now, but it was freaking hilarious.
It was, and David Harbour was such a perfect casting for Santa. Like, he delivered like the seriousness and the funny together so perfectly.
Oh,
absolutely. He really does have a knack for that. He really, really does. And I'd only seen him on Stranger Things before I saw this, and I was like, the sheriff guy, really? And then I saw it, and I was just like, dude, he pulled it off so great. And the stuff you didn't see in the trailer, like the backstory, the redemption arc, that bit of mythology that they tacked onto it, that was dope.
Like, I would have loved if they found some way to explain the backstory. Like I get it, like he was like a Viking or something, but all we saw was kind of like flashes of him holding a hammer with a Viking helmet on, looking scary. And I was like, what happened?
They did so little with that, but you got to watch as he did a brilliant job of, as he comes back to, I'm going to have to go back to where I started for this.
Yeah.
There's a Violent Night 2 coming out in December 2026.
Oh, great. I always wondered if they were going to do a sequel. That's awesome.
So speaking of the redemption arc, when he starts off of a drunk who's like, disillusioned by Christmas and commercialism, when the lady goes up and she realizes he's at the bartender, and she's like, wait, how did he know I have a grandchild and his name? And she runs to follow him out in the opening like 5 minutes, and he leans over and pukes and it lands on her. That was like the perfect opening for the movie because it set the tone on what to expect.
It set everything you needed for the rest of the movie.
Every expectation.
she's like alternately like grossed out like you would be, and also like, oh my god, it's Santa, it's real. It was perfect.
and he's a drunk.
And he's got a drinking problem. Damn it.
Oh yeah, not.
You would too if you were responsible for that many kids.
You're not wrong.
So what did you guys think
That
of the
dude has the
characters?
ultimate. Oh, go ahead, JR.
I was gonna say, you know, it's because you're sort of talking about it. What do you guys think of the characters in the movie?
Okay.
Anything John does, like I can't do his last name. sorry.
Leguizamo.
That's the guy. Anything he does, I mean, I've liked him in everything. I even liked him in Tu Wong Fu, and I've been a fan of his for literally decades. And when I heard he was in this, after I think the last thing I saw before that was his gig in John Wick, actually. And
He
so I
was
was
so
like,
fun in that.
yeah, oh, he's great in that. And so I saw that he was in this and he was the villain. I was like, oh, this is going to be good because he's a great bad guy. He's a great bad guy.
He's a brilliant bad guy.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, but it's like all the various characters. Love Leguizamo in this. He was so fun. Trudy was so perfectly cast. It's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then you meet the rest of the family, and you're just like, kind of okay with the bad guys winning this round.
Yeah,
People are
Yeah.
horrible.
the granddaughter was okay, but the rest of the family, they were all just monstrous people. And I guess you weren't supposed to like them. Well,
Yeah.
in that respect, the actors did a good job. But I hadn't seen any of these people in anything.
But I mean, if you consider how the grandmother, like how they were raised, were they ever really given a shot to be normal people?
They weren't.
That's fair.
No.
That's fair.
Typical rich person syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a typical stereotypical rich person syndrome. But it was
Stereotypical
so
trust
well-
fund baby.
Yeah, but they all handled that piece of that role and their characters so bloody well.
The
sister and the
Gertrude
brother.
character that was the live stream, he did such a good job of making you want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I want to do more than punch him in the face. I want to punch him in the face, kick him while he's down, take his lunch money, and go buy myself a foot long.
My favorite of
Reasonable.
the bad guys was Brendan Fletcher, who played Krampus, the psychopath guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did such a. He was the bad guy that wore the funny. He's the one that, in the end, yeah, he did such an amazing job. What did you guys think of the main characters? So that would be like Linda, Trudy. What was the son's name? I'm drawing a blank. I can picture his face. Let me look that up real quick.
You're talking Trudy's dad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Morgan, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm blanking. Sorry.
I can't
That
remember
guy was totally forgettable for me.
I think that says more about the movie's writing of some of these characters than it does.
Weirdly, and that's hard because he's a plot driving character.
Yeah.
Jason.
Jason
His
is
name
his
Jason.
name. Yeah.
Jason. Yeah, that's it.
So what did you think of his character? Because he was kind of all over the place, somewhat sympathetic, but you know, the big reveal at the end was like, well, okay, maybe he's not so far from grandma after all.
Honestly, I liked how they handled his character. You know, when I first saw the movie a couple years back with my dad, at first I was thinking, oh, they're gonna do another wimpy loser dad. But then you watch the movie, and I thought they did a really good job of handling. Yeah, he's not, you know, an action hero kind of dad, but he has a head on him, and he's smart enough to know how to pull off his own scheme.
Yeah, but
For his family and to get away from his mom and his sister. And I honestly just thought it was a bit of a nice little breather given what we usually get, or at least what we've gotten the last decade from mainstream media.
I like the idea that as a dad, you get the idea, at least I did. I got the impression that he's a schmuck. He's a bit of a jerk. He's more like his mom than he wants to admit. But when he had the kid, it changed something for him. And he's trying. He's putting effort in, if for no other reason than for the kid's sake.
Yeah.
And I just kind of got that vibe that he was trying to be a good dad. Doesn't always hit the mark, frequently misses, as do we all. But the rest of the time, he was just, I don't know, kind of forgettable. That's why I had trouble remembering the character's name.
Yeah.
The scenes with Trudy were good.
Yeah,
Trudy was she stole the show.
She did.
Yeah. And with a story involving Santa Claus, I think it's very important to have that kid who's like, oh, yay, it's Santa, even while Santa's, brutally killing people with a sledgehammer.
I mean,
And
she
I
got
love
kill count in
every
too.
moment of that.
Yes, the
she's got a
biblically
body
accurate
count.
Home Alone.
Yeah,
What was it, Danny?
Trudy does have a body count.
She
That
has
is
a body
right.
count.
She took Home Alone to a whole new level.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that kid wasn't actively trying to murder those two. She actually kind of was.
Speaking of, have you guys seen the trailer for that new comedy special from Matt Rife that he just put out? He's got a holiday crowd work special coming up, and he did a commercial for it with the guy that played the kid that he's grown up now that played Kevin in the Home Alone movies. You guys haven't find that. It's freaking hilarious.
So one of the things that I thought that was actually was the scene where Santa's talking to Trudy and he tells her he's going to stick the lump of coal, and then he's like correcting because he was about to say shove it up the backside with some vulgar language, but she says it for him. He goes, no, not that. That's the naughty list territory. So she's like, okay, she uses a different cuss word. No, that's still naughty list territory. What about anus? Can I say anus?
Borderline.
Working through the whole list until she gets to something that's acceptable.
Which was such a kid thing that it worked because it was also like she's trying to be good, but also, in the moment in that situation, like, a little bit of cussing is probably acceptable.
Yeah.
And what kid hasn't tried to spring a word on an adult every now and again just to see if they get away with it, right?
Yeah.
Fair.
Push that limit, push that boundary.
So what did you guys think of the action scenes in this? I actually really liked that action scene in the basement where the tree topper was used creatively.
Oh, the star?
Yeah. That was in the trailer,
so
we're not spoiling anything. But
honestly,
that scene, I was laughing.
That was a great scene, especially when he gets the call. He gets the walkie-talkie call with the bad guys.
Yeah, and he plugs it in.
He had a problem. There's a star and some fire.
I mean, that scene actually, you're running volts through that. That could actually have happened. Like maybe they went a little crazy on what a grenade would do, but running 120 volts through it nonstop because it's still drawing power, like that was actually not unbelievable.
Yep. So, I like the first fight scene. The first guy who jumps in when he's
trying to run
cookies and whiskey.
Yeah.
No, the cookies and whiskey, and he ends up falling out and taking the dude out the window, and it's like, oh, okay.
He was trying to run from that one. He was trying to get away before he decided to commit.
Yeah, and it was like when the dude he sees the dude dead on the spike, it's just kind of like, oh, we're gonna do this again, are we?
I liked that they didn't make him some overpowered badass. Like he had to earn those fights. Because they were using technology he didn't really know, because they had to see who knows how to use these things when he held the gun and he tosses it to Linda at the end.
And Linda's the greatest line in there. I used to hunt with my dad. What were you two hunting?
I mean, who hasn't hunted with a, AR-15 among friends?
But I like that. I like that he wasn't unstoppable, unbeatable, unkillable all the way through. It gave me Nobody vibes, and y'all know I love me some Nobody. That was one of my favorite movies of all time.
And I liked the homage to the Nordic thing. The sleigh had the Nordic vibes, including the little masthead at the front from like a longship. The tattoos all over him were Nordic runes and such. I thought all of that worked. I agree with what JR said earlier. I would have liked more backstory though.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get it in chapter 2 now that they're doing that. That would be cool.
Maybe
it would.
I kept expecting him to pick up a gun, but I get it. He was a Viking. Like he liked his hammer, and the hammer stuff was cool. So I'm glad they did it how they did it. But I kept waiting for him to actually go full John Wick at some point. But like I said, I think it's better that probably they didn't do it that way.
Yeah, I'm curious what they do with this Miss Claus in Volume 2, Movie 2, the sequel. Do they bring her in? She wasn't in this one, but
she's going to be in Volume 2?
We don't
yeah,
know.
she's gonna be in the second one. That was actually confirmed. She's gonna be played by Kirsten Bell or Kristen Bell, whatever her name is.
Kristen Bell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She's gonna
Veronica
be
Mars
fun.
is Mrs. Claus. Get out.
That could actually be a really good casting. Kristen Bell is hilarious.
She is. She's got the comedy chops for sure.
I wonder if she's going to be a former Vikings like Shield maiden who joined him at the same time. So you get some of the same.
She's got drama chops too. I mean, she was
Yeah.
on Heroes and she played a baddie on Heroes for like one season.
She's got some serious acting skills.
I will say when we're talking about being a badass, that's one of the things I liked, was they made Linda and Trudy a little bit of a badass without trying to make them dudes and without making the men in the movie, pathetic for reasons. So I thought they handled making strong female characters in this one in a way that worked, including the psychopath candy cane mercenary lady.
Yeah, when you found out she had limits.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, I'll scoop brains out, but I won't, touch man bits. That was hilarious.
Yeah. It was like, there's a line, dude.
That was a unique use.
Some things I just won't do.
Yeah, there was a unique use of some of the holiday decorations in this movie that are going to reimagine any future Christmas Santa as Badass movie anthology we put out for sure.
When he grabbed these tinsel off the fireplace as he's coming up behind Candy Cane.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's going to choke her to death with that. Oops. Well, that's not going to work out.
Well, no, because it would have broke. Those things are
yeah, but he never even thought about it. It's like, done this before.
So, what did you guys think of the tactics they had the bad guys using when they were sweeping and going through the rooms?
They actually did a good job of making it look realistic.
I thought so too. I thought it was for the brief period it was fluid in motion. It looked like they had some idea of what they were doing. It doesn't have to be perfect because you can't clear a room perfectly every time.
No, when he was doing in the house the couple of one-on-one instances. If you're clearing by yourself, they did a good job with that. When they went into the shed, they didn't. They're using modern tactics against a guy who is really just set up to ambush the shit out of you.
Well, he has the benefit of magic, which gives the Santa Claus character a lot of leeway for whatever.
Yeah.
But they did line up nicely to come at him one at a time for most of it. Which I did kind of like, well, why didn't they try to surround him? That's the one thing about movie fight scenes. Like, they're nice enough to wait and attack one at a time. Like, why is nobody rushing him? Why is nobody firing their weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was nice that, they did obviously take the time to rehearse, like, how to stack on a door, how to enter a room, and all these things. But,
and the weapons handling was
easy and easy to kill because, I feel like this movie almost had, that awesome, 1980s vibe in terms of the ridiculous action a little bit, and I love it.
And the one-liners,
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
My favorite though was when he takes a bite of the Santa Claus cookie that Trudy made. He goes, "Oh, homemade," and he starts shoving them in his pocket.
I like when he found the bottle and I like when he finds that bottle of booze and he's like, "Oh, that's pre-war. That's the good stuff."
And he dumps the milk into the barrel or whatever, and he starts taking the booze.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, that can't combine well.
I don't know. I'm not a booze connoisseur, so I can't tell you if that's actually good alcohol. But they sold it in that scene. Although that chair, I kind of want to give that massage chair a whirl because sometimes my back hurting and I'm just looking like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Mm-mm.
So we're gonna throw the poster up that was at launch time. So what did you guys think of the poster? There's another version of this that has all the movie stuff in the background, but it obscures the image. What did you think of that as the movie poster? I thought it nails it.
Okay, here's the problem that I have with the movie poster. There have been a slew of Santa as a psycho killer movies, and I don't like those. I know I never did like those at all. And that's what I thought this was going to be when I saw this poster. But then I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, okay, we're not going that route. We're going this route. I'll see this. But yeah, when I first saw the poster, I was like, oh man, another Psycho Santa. Really, guys? Really? But no, it turned out to not be that, which was good. So the poster did not work for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought this was going to be a shitty horror movie rather than a funny action movie.
What about you, Danny?
I had the benefit of seeing the trailer before I saw the poster. I think the poster captures a very basic. It's an eye-catching image, but beyond that, it's like Santa with a hammer. What do you want me to get from this?
Yeah, I think I found it because I was prepping for the show. I hadn't seen the poster. In fact, I didn't even know this movie was a thing until you guys suggested it for the holiday movie thing. So I came at it totally cold, and I only found the poster afterwards. But I could see what you're saying. If I didn't know the significance of the hammer, having already seen the movie, this would not have sold. I would have thought it was a horror movie as well.
Yeah.
And then of course this is the other one that they used, which is just a close up of his bloodied face with the candy cane, which comes into play later. No spoilers. Which I did enjoy. I thought that was like brutal humor, but I thought it worked for the vibe.
It was fun. It was a fun use of a candy cane, one you would not have thought out.
Yeah. So I mean, but this is just a close up of the same image from earlier, or similar image from earlier. So
yeah, it still doesn't really tell me much. The fact that the candy cane appears to be lit doesn't really tell me much either.
Yeah, that's on.
Oh, you're right. I missed that. Good catch.
It feels like it's just trying to. Oh, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, going back to what everyone's saying about how the poster can be seen as one for an action movie or one for a horror movie, depending on what you know before you see the poster. The title doesn't really help either. Violent Night could go either way as well. Like, without the trailer, the marketing, like basic marketing of poster, title. I can't remember what the tagline for the movie is, but I know a lot of posters will put the tagline on the poster. Is it going to be an action movie, or is it more likely to be a horror movie based on what we're seeing? In terms of tagline, poster, title.
The posters, there's a remarkable lack of a tagline on the posters. I think that would have helped.
And might have.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So the tagline that they used in which was the ad copy, let me scroll up real quick. I can read it to you. The tagline was "You better watch out." So that doesn't help.
Yeah, that doesn't point to one genre or the other.
Working off the naughty list, one bad guy at a time. Something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. At that point, you're looking at, okay, so what? Is this Robot Santa from Futurama, except not?
Right.
Yeah. Is this Santa murdering bad guys just to clear them off the naughty list, or is this the action movie we're kind of expecting after you see the trailer?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the trailer cleared it up for me.
It did.
I mean, I'm just glad the trailer, because I would not have watched it otherwise. I would have just thought
we saw it. Yeah. We saw it based on the trailer when it first came out. I'd never really paid attention to the poster until after I'd already committed to seeing the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So speaking of the movie, what did you guys think of the overall plot of this movie?
It was kind of 80s action. Get him there, get him into the fight, get him going, get things rolling. They did a good job with it, and they gave you enough to hang the characters on that you were like, okay, I'm down to see how this works out.
Yeah. The industrialist / rich mom, that's a trope, that it's tried and tested. So
it honestly did feel like this whole movie was just, the whole thing was just like, you know what? Let's just have like over 100 minutes of Santa just dealing with a bunch of terrible movie stereotypes. That's all we want.
Yeah. And I'm down with it.
Oh yeah, no, it was perfectly done.
Yeah, it was very well done. It was a simple plot, but like it was well executed, and it just hit right. Like it was very entertaining, and that's ultimately all a movie needs to do is be entertaining.
I think.
Could anybody else have pulled it off,
Hold on.
though? Could any other person have played that Santa character the way he did? I'm not so sure.
But I
No,
think
you needed
too many
Arbor's ability to be funny.
And I think too many movies these days try to take themselves too seriously. So I think the fact that this one didn't is what made it so good.
Yeah.
There is great value in the creator knowing exactly what it is they're making and being able to find that nice line between seriousness and humor.
Right.
Depending on the project.
I mean, they knew they were being ridiculous, but they wanted to do just enough of not ridiculous to get you invested in it. And that's what worked for me.
And my wife and I rewatched this the other night to get ready for this. And it was like, oh, wow. They hit all the notes where he has to, kind of come to grips with, he can't do this by being Santa Claus. He has to kind of revert to who he was. And then go, okay, I can do that.
And that's actually one thing that I love about this iteration of Santa over a lot of others is that we're getting a Santa that has... We're getting the Santa that is the peaceful man. The man who is capable of great violence, but chooses not to because he'd rather bring joy to kids. Even at the start when he's, sad and depressed, he's still like, you know what? It's my job to care about the kids, so I'm gonna save myself a trip. Here's the present for your grandson. I'm gonna head out.
And
even with his
it's not even that
it's
not even that he's sad about the kids. He said that there are so many fewer of them, despite being so many more kids, that are interested in. So they're only interested in the video games and the cash. Mm-hmm. He's like, where are the good kids? That's what he's sad about.
Yeah, he's disillusioned with children. And imagine how weird that must be for Santa to be disillusioned with children.
And it creates, oh, sorry.
I was just say that's one of the things that they lean into with this one. If the problem is the balance of good and evil, which is what powers his magic, which we see, when he can't always use it, one way to balance the scales is start knocking off the bad guys. Now, you kill one bad guy, you replace one murderer with another. You start, adding to the body count, and suddenly you're balancing the scales. And I thought that was kind of played
Batman.
funny.
So Batman versus Frank Castle as Santa Claus.
Pretty much.
I'm immortal if I kill enough of the bad kids.
I found something really interesting in how they actually did Santa, because he doesn't understand anything that about his immortality.
Oh yeah, that he doesn't get how any of it works.
He doesn't and throughout a lot of the story, I found dude just doesn't know what's going on, and at some point throughout the story, I'm like, is he just being punished to do this? And he just made himself think, oh no, this is a good thing. I can keep doing this.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things that when JR was talking about not having the backstory, that makes it a little bit interesting. We got a few flashbacks of him with the bloody Viking helmet, and you see the tattoos, you see the Viking sleigh, but you don't really see how he got from 1,100 years ago stacking bodies on a raiding team to, and he even said he wasn't even a good guy. He was a greedy guy that stacked bodies because he wanted their stuff.
Yeah,
I like how he explained it. Had there been a naughty list back then, I'd have been at the top of it.
Yep.
And you're just like, oh, these guys might have bit off something they were not counting on.
That's why I thought that there was a definite, and you guys know me, I'm a sucker for a redemption story, a redemption arc. And that's why I think there's this huge atonement issue going on as an undercurrent to this, that he's making up for a lot. And he's trying to make up for who he used to be, but now he has to be that to make this work. And that kind of dichotomy provided some really cool underlying dramatic tension that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. So, and he had some fun one-liners as he did it, like when they the Rudolph or the reindeers pooped on the roof. He's like, Rudolph,
so unprofessional.
The drunk guy telling them that's unprofessional. But no, the line, Rudolph wouldn't have done that to me.
Right. Makes you wonder what happened to Rudolph.
They ate him, probably. I don't know. But he's a Viking, right? I don't know.
Well, he also talks a little bit about how he hasn't seen Mrs. Claus. There's something going on between him and Mrs. Claus.
Well, he didn't see.
Oh, that's
seen
right.
Rudolph.
I forgot
He said,
about that.
He said that relationships are hard, even when you love each other.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of implication there.
But if you caught it at the end, she signed the card when Skullcrusher was brought to him, just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little late for that, but you know, it was Miss C was signed on that card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows the care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there may be something there that hopefully in chapter 2 we get a little more view of that.
We'll have to come circle back for a
but
review.
they're working through it. They're working through it.
We'll circle back for season 7 and do a movie review.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Outstanding.
Because this will
Watch
launch.
party. Watch party. Oh.
It depends on when in 2026 it launches. We might be able to fit it in the next season, but okay. Were there any aspects of the world building that you thought they needed to add to? Because it was modern world, so that made a lot of it relatively easy. We could buy into all of it because it's our world. Was there anything you felt like that they needed to add to, or that they did extremely well?
Yeah, with JR, I think they should have done more backstory.
Okay.
Yeah, a little more backstory would have been good.
I liked the reveal that they were after the money that Grandma stole from the government. And my favorite with the backstory that they added was she's cussing someone out, and no wonder your wife left you, or whatever. And like she's yelling at him on Christmas, and at the end, goodbye, Senator. I want to get so powerful I can yell at senators like that.
Oh, absolutely. That's the American dream right there.
I mean, you can yell at them like that now, but they don't take your call. And sometimes they call
They
them
don't
out.
care.
But
They,
you know, to have
they don't
them,
care
like,
because their staff handles it.
You get swatted later. That's
right. You want to
the
be powerful enough
downside.
that they take it and they like it.
Right.
That's where you want to get. But yeah, I thought the building of the grandmother and then the way they showed her ruthlessness, I thought that was kind of interesting. And having seen the government in action, it does not surprise me that they lost $300 million for that scene to work.
Well,
That's
you know,
a
they've lost
decimal
nukes and stuff.
That's a
before they
rounding
went through
error.
them.
Come on.
Yeah. What was it?
Basic math
The
problem.
the Department of Defense came up like, what was it, like billions of dollars?
Yeah.
They've got $12 billion. They don't know where it went, but it was supposed to build subs, and they never found new subs. There were no new subs to account for it.
Yeah, so 300 million ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Like I said, rounding error.
Although when they were getting the money out of the vault, and he's like, I miss the days when we could just blow it up or drill through it. And then he's having nostalgia for the old days of low tech when now you got to use computers to commit your crimes. Like I was feeling that vibe. I'm like, I get it. I hate technology too.
Yeah.
Same. I work in IT. I have firsthand experience with this stuff. It sucks.
Oh no! I've been in IT since like 1993. I'm so.
I'm envious.
I did
want to
10
know what it
years
was
as
like in the
field
simple
tech.
days.
I went
It
back to
was
being a
not
phone
simple,
monkey.
it
That's
was
how much
worse.
I hated it.
Oh, you can't all talk at once about how much you hate tech. All right, we are troglodytes, but
Sorry.
we got to be polite troglodytes. So one at a
Okay,
time,
fair.
please.
I was just saying, I was a field tech for 10 years, and I'm very happily gone back to call centers now. That's how much I hated that.
Well, speaking of the world building, one of the things that really hit though was the gate guard when they're on the property. He's like, "What did you wish for Christmas? That I could be off on Christmas? That I had off on Christmas Day, but I didn't get it, so I must not have been on the good list." Like he was so sweet to that little girl about having to work for the mean old grandma.
Yeah.
And the reveal at the end with him, we won't spoil it, but man, that one hit hardest out of all of the. You know, they stacked a lot of bodies.
Oh, yeah.
There weren't many you cared about.
Yeah. Most of them you never saw for more than that, but this guy, they gave you just enough screen time and contact that you care about him.
He's like the Phil Coulson character for this movie.
Yeah, and like, you know, when the guy shows up pretending he's lost, even though it's his job to protect the house and man the gate, he's still trying to be helpful. He's like, "Oh, you're on private property. Where's the car?" I mean, he's still suspicious, right? But even in going through his job and trying to be thorough, he's not going to leave a guy stranded in the middle of winter, you know, trapped on the side of a road, which I thought
on Christmas Eve.
Right. I thought added to the character they built for this cameo, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're like, he's a good guy. They wouldn't do that. Oh, they would. Dang it.
I will say
I liked him.
The only other staff member that seemed to live was the guy that manned the TV room when they said, you don't have our tradition of Boxing Day, and he punches him to knock him out. They did not show him die.
That's true.
So
That we know of.
That we know of. So he might have lived just unconscious.
Yeah, Bjorn really got paid back for that punch.
Yeah, that was brutal at the end.
So Home Alone, way past Home Alone.
Way past.
Yeah, and I like the way they paced it. So what do you guys think of the pacing where they spaced the action, the funny, and the plot? I thought they did an excellent job of keeping it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You have your action, you have your breather moments, you get some comedy sprinkled in there. It was a nice steady
You get
pace.
a little bit of character building or world building, and then we're moving into another action, and then comedy, and some of the action was comedy. So
Right, and then insert tender scene with child here.
Yeah.
And I did feel for him when he got skim milk when Santa did. And he's like, ew, skim milk, and he dumps it. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that one I totally get. Valid. Replace it with the booze. You get a pass, even if you're an alcoholic. Because skim milk.
I'm just saying, I'm down.
Okay. Overall thoughts, Keith?
Love the movie. Looking forward to chapter 2 whenever they get that out. Had a good time. Really, I think they nailed every cylinder on this.
Yep. All right, LaVoice.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, had no interest when I saw the poster. Trailer completely turned me around. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm probably going to watch it again because I haven't watched it again. I'm running off of memories from the last time I saw this because I haven't had a chance to rewatch it before the show. But it's still just really vivid, And I'm so thrilled to find out there's a second one coming. That's great. Best news I've had all Christmas. Great.
Outstanding. We're happy to serve. JR.
Absolutely loved the movie. First time I watched it, though, I was pretty toasted. I'd had way too much bourbon. And a lot of times when I rewatch a movie that I loved when I was drunk, I'm like, oh, this is awful. But it was better sober. So
that's saying stuff. We got to get a JR Wise movie meter that's like how many shots of bourbon has JR had before the movie really is really good, but it's not really good. Do not watch sober.
But I was delightfully surprised that it was better sober. And I'm so excited for part 2. I didn't know that was coming out until JR said it.
Yeah.
So I have seen a grand total of 5 movies in the theater. This will be number 6 because if it comes out in time where we can do a review of it for next season, we will have the exact same crew and we will do a comparison.
And that's the thing. I feel like I was gypped because I saw this, I think when it hit Netflix. I didn't see it in the theater, and I would really like to have seen this in the theater.
For anybody who didn't see it in the theater, it was worth it to go to the theater to have that much screen space to see everything.
Sure. Yeah, I bet.
Because it was a very big, very visual movie, and it was a lot of fun that way.
The only problem with movie theaters is people are there. People.
Yeah, they're very people-y.
So, Danny.
Find a small...
Yep.
Overall, what were your thoughts?
I thought the movie was really fun. It was it was just B movie schlock from start to finish. It had its nice moments, and I think the most fun was how hard it tried to make John Leguizamo seem intimidating to a person who grew up watching the Super Mario movie with Luigi Mario. Like, I'm sorry, you're not gonna make me believe he's intimidating.
I forgot about that.
I don't know that I've seen that one. Maybe that's for the best.
Oh,
probably.
Probably.
All right, Bill. Closing thoughts.
Honestly, yeah, great. Honestly, I would say it's a great standalone movie, but at the same time, they did I thought, a good enough job building the mystique around Santa Claus. So I am curious about the second one coming out. And even more so, beyond just being a fun action comedy you'd expect to see from the 80s, it's a solid Christmas movie. You know, you've got your story about a family coming back together. You've got Santa himself rediscovering the Christmas spirit with the help of a kid. Like, this is, in my opinion, required viewing for the month of Christmas.
Okay.
Maybe not for the kids, but
No,
definitely get your buddies over, and if you have a nice home theater setup,
we're officially wrapping up this interview, and I realized we have never once talked about the movie rating when we did movie reviews. Maybe we should add that when we talk about like the budget and all that other stuff. This was rated R for violence and sexual innuendos and graphic blood and gore, and so yeah,
the profanity.
Oh, the language.
So, oops, our bad. And the gore.
With the title like Violent Night, you kind of had to assume.
Fair. And I will say the use of magic going up the chimney at the end for that fight scene was so glorious, worth the price of admission.
Yes.
That by itself.
That was just chef's kiss. Perfect. All right, Keith, what are you working on, and how can we stalk you on the wild, wild interwebs?
Working on Burn and Bad Karma Novel 6, editing for Tales of the E4 Mafia 2 and Butterbar's Large and in Charge to get that out the door. And you can find me at www.keithhedger.com. Easiest place for me.
All right, that makes it easy. LaVoice.
Working on Sarcom Book 2. Peter's working up his outline for Book 3. And also working on an as yet undisclosed project with another guy. We're not ready to make the announcement yet, but you'll know him when you hear his name. But I'm really excited about it. So big things in store in early 2026 for yours truly.
Is it that Rainbow Bright Strawberry Shortcake My Little Pony crossover you were talking about?
Damn me, who told you? I'm so done with these people and their NDAs that don't mean anything.
JR's actually Santa Claus, and he's got elves everywhere, man.
I got elves up. JR, where can
Nick's
we
not
find
that
you?
short.
Where can we find you, and what are you working on at the moment?
You can find me on Instagram, The Wise Author, TikTok, same handle, at kineticfrontline.com, which is a website I run with a few other authors. I'm working on several sequels simultaneously right now, and a novella that's kind of a prequel to some of my other books. But sequels are hard for me, and I tend to project top a lot, so it's taking forever.
What is it that makes sequels hard for you?
I think it's a lot of just like going back and like, oh wait, what did I call this guy, or what did I call this thing? Because like inevitably, like the thing I can't remember is something I didn't write down in the world building Bible, so I got to go back and find it and then write it down. And
I'm running into that with Sarcom Book 2, man. I've got Book 1 open on a separate screen just so I can refer to it. What was that guy's name? What was that ship's name? Oh, I hate this. Yeah. I feel you.
Okay. Danny, what are you up to right now, and where can we find you if you're online more than just our Discord?
Well, I am on Substack under Daniel Madrano, Blue Sky, Daniel Madrano author. I am also just doing a whole bunch of shorts right now, and hopefully next year I'll actually get back to writing some of the books I start in that are just kind of judging me.
That's valid. All right, Bill Makushta.
You got it better than a buddy of mine who hosts a different show. So
he got the SH sound in it at least this time.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Good. That's progress.
I know a guy who just butchers it, and I'm pretty sure he's doing it on purpose to get under my skin.
He probably is. JR, you know what you should do? You should do your imitation of that Scottish actor, Sean Connery. You pretend to be him, you'll probably get his name right.
Wait, I don't have an imitation of Scott. I can barely speak
Can't
my
do
own
Connery?
language.
I
You
thought
want me
you
to do
could do
other people's
Connery.
accents? I can barely do my own. All right, so what are you working on right now, and then where can we track you on the Wild Wild interwebs?
So, as always, I am continuing to work on my sci-fi pulp Zorn. That is spelled Zulu Omega Romeo November Echo. You can find that over on Substack at zorn.substack.com. We try to have a good time there. I try to have a good time there. And other than that, I've got 2 other projects in the works because I always have multiple things in the works because I'm a mental masochist. I like torturing myself.
That is a good thing.
And
it means you're not dead. It means you're not dead.
Exactly. And seeing the air date for this, I am putting the finishing touches on the next, for lack of a better term, episode on Zorn. So that's going to be my Christmas gift to anyone subscribed there and invested in the fun science fiction adventures of Alexander Zorn.
All right. And this is the part, dear listener, where I remind you to please be kind and speak your mind on the reviewing platforms. Your reviews help the right readers find the right book. So do your part, people. It really does matter. And if you want to be the nicest person on Christmas and get extra good, nice list points, leave a few reviews on books you've read and haven't yet shared your thoughts on. You can find us, dear listener, on our Linktree, linktr.ee, Linktree/Blasters and Blades Podcast. Again, Linktree/Blasters and Blades Podcast, where we link to all the things, the BitChute, the Rumble, the YouTube, the TikTok, the Twitters. We've got our Spotify, our Discord, our Blasters and Blades Facebook group and Facebook page. We have our email, blastersandbladespodcast@gmail.com. Again, blastersandbladespodcast@gmail.com. For professional purposes only, people. Save the shenanigans from Stabby Stab over there on the Instagram and the Twitter and the email. You can support the show by going to buymeacoffee.com/author J.R. Handley. Again, buymeacoffee.com/author J.R. Handley. Be sure to put in the comment section this is for the podcast, and I promise I will keep my co-hosts duly caffeinated. They will get high on their own supply, and if you want some of that coffee brand coffee, link is in the show notes. Discount code is podcast grunts. You get 10% off, or we get a little bit of a kickback. It's a win-win, people. And with that, I would like to thank you for spending some of your precious time with us. For my crazy co-host, I am J.R. Handley. This was the Blasters and Blades Podcast. We'll be back next week at the same time. We will indulge our love of nerd culture, cheesy jokes, and all things that go boom. And since I know this is airing on the 22nd, we do have one more episode. Actually, we have more episodes coming out before the holidays. But if this is the last one you hear before Christmas, Merry Christmas from us to you. So, and with that, thank you all for coming on. This was a lot of fun. We appreciate you sharing the shenanigans with us for just a little bit. And with that, I will hit the end button before Michael starts cussing.